Hey guys, welcome to another week of Movement Monday. Please excuse my horrible sunburn. Had a really fun day out in the sun yesterday watching the China Lake Air Show. Let me tell you, if you live in Southern California, you didn't make it to this air show, you missed out. There's some crazy aero acrobatics, and those Blue Angels, man, they are daredevils. That being said, I wouldn't mind riding back one through an inverted turn or one of their breaks, seeing how much they actually do feel inside that cockpit. But back to our movement for today. We are going over the air squat. Arguably one of the most functional movements you'll find. So it's one of the movements that you're going to use every day in your day-to-day life. However, most people find it's actually the hardest movements, or one of the hardest movements to perfect. So today we're going to look at the form of an air squat and two common faults and how to address them. So when we're setting up for our air squat, first thing I want to do, feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to keep my core tight and then twist my feet into the floor and follow that twist all the way up into my hips. You'll notice that the butt starts to get a little tighter, everything through the midsection will get a little tighter. And what this does is it creates torque inside that hip capsule, making it more stable for when we squat. So I'm planting my feet, twisting my feet into the floor, following that twist up into my hips, keeping my core tight, my spine braced. And as I do that, I'm going to push my hips back, creating a hinge where I lean forward just slightly. And as I squat down, trying to push those knees outward, my hips go below my knees, and standing back up. Looking from a side view. Feet are shoulder width apart, twisting the feet into the floor, keeping that core tight. As I hinge forward, keep pushing my hips back. My hips go below my knees are up, and I stand back up. Now, two common faults we'll see. One, you either have a desk job or we sit for a long period throughout the day, and what that does is it makes the hip capsule really tight. We're used to sitting in this forward position of the hips, so when we go to squat, we try to mimic that, and it'll make a squat look kind of like our butt's tucked under and our knees are pushed forward as we're trying to squat down. The second fault we see is just the opposite. So all my yogis, ex-gymnasts out there, all of you guys that are hypermobile or really stretchy, what we tend to see is we can get into that starting position, but when we push the hips back, we actually move from the low back instead of from the hips. So my hypermobile people out there, we like to push the hips back, creating an overarch in this lower lumbar spine. And that can lead to a lot of back pain later on, putting stress in those lower spinal muscles and the spine itself. So how do we address this? Fault number one, the tight hips. What we want to do is look at stretching out the front of the hip or the hip flexors. First stretch I would recommend, I'm just going to get down on the floor. One leg is out in front. Our back knee is underneath the hip, and from here, we're going to try and mimic that hip tucked under position. So I'm going to take my butt, I'm going to squeeze as hard as I can and try and pull my hips under, almost rounding the low back. You should feel a stretch right through the front of the hip capsule. If we don't feel it here, what we can do to get a super stretch is lift that arm up, elongating the whole side on that leg. Reaching up, holding for 5 to 10 seconds, relaxing, and doing it again. Squeezing my butt, tucking my hips under, reaching, 5 to 10 seconds, relaxing, and then again. If we still don't feel the stretch that way, then what we're going to do is find a box, a wall, a couch, and get into a super friendly couch stretch. So we're going to set up in the same position. I have one leg out in front. I'll do my opposite leg this time. My other leg, my knee is going to be underneath my hip, but I want to try and put my foot up on the box or the wall and get my knee as close to the wall as possible. So I'm going to set up with my foot on that box. My knee is underneath my hip, and then from here, same thing. I want to squeeze the butt, trying to tuck that butt under so I can get the stretch through the front of the hip capsule, and then reach that arm up as high as I can, elongating that whole side of my body as I stretch that hip flexor. Those are the two stretches we can do to address the tight hips. Try and hold them for 1 to 2 minutes each day. And then you'll soon see that you can get more movement in that hip capsule. It'll be easier to push the hips back, keep them in a neutral position. But now going to the other side. So my hypermobile friends, the ones that can move just from their hip joint or from that L5 sacrum joint. What we want to do for this is we want to make sure our core is tight the entire time. So squeezing the core, trying to pull my ribcage down to my hips and keeping that tension as I push back. A way to practice this is grab a PVC pipe or a broomstick of some sort. You're actually just going to hold it against your body. You can use a belt to help hold it, and that PVC pipe should lay flat against the front of your stomach the entire time as you lean forward and squat down. You'll notice that as I lean forward, if my hips poke out at all, my chest is going to become open and that PVC is actually going to be out in front of my face instead of right up against it. So we want to keep the core tight, keep the PVC laying along the front of my body if you're using a belt to hold that PVC in, and then it should stay in place the whole time as we squat down and back up. Those are our two common faults for the air squat and our form for the air squat. If you have a problem with either of those, try those solutions. If you have more questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below or check out our website at newfoundgym.com. We'll see you next week.